Miami coming off a huge win over Virginia, number 20th ranked Virginia. Preseason pick to win the Coastal Virginia. A lot of people didn't think we would win. Miami goes and plays a very well put together game to take out one of the best teams in the ACC. Now they go on and they'll face one of the worst teams in the ACC. So my questions, I have a couple questions going into this game, and here they are, guys. You're listening to NMD TV. Canes, if you could, like and subscribe. If you're all about the youth, then you know what to do. Let's get right to it. Question number one, who will be the starting quarterback? You know, that's the question that everybody's asking. People are making their case for Jaren, making their case for Kosi. Who will be the starting quarterback going up against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets? First thing you got to consider is Jaren healthy? That's going to be the first thing. Is Jaren healthy? And if Jaren's healthy, who's the starter? People who want Jaren to start, they say, hey, Jaren's our guy. We don't need to be playing musical chairs. And Nkosi hadn't done as much as Jaren did. People who want Nkosi to start, they say, look, we haven't seen our offense look like this. You know, throwing the ball deep, completing deep passes. Nkosi just beat a Power 5 team. Jaren hasn't beat a Power 5 team. Those are the two different cases that people are making. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like I say, I pride myself on being a man of the people. So I like to chat with you guys in the comment section. So that's the question of this video. Who should start if Jaren is healthy versus the Yellow Jackets? So that's my question number one. Question number two is, how will Miami start this game? Let me tell you, man, one of the reasons I was so confident that Miami would beat Virginia was because Miami plays up against this competition. So you look at the way we started off against Florida. We drove right down the field on Florida. Looked good. Look at how we started off against Virginia. Drove right down the field against Virginia. Now look at how we started against a team like North Carolina, who everybody thought we should beat by double digits. Before you knew it, we were down by 17-3. Look at how we played against Virginia Tech, a team who had just got blown out by Duke. Before you knew it, we were down 28-0. So this team plays to the level of its competition. And Georgia Tech has only won one game, lost to the Citadel. Not a lot to play for, but they best believe when people say that the teams in the Coastal, the ACC, their Super Bowl is beating Miami, beating this program. They better believe it, because just go and look at how Virginia Tech was acting when they defeated Miami. Stomping on the logo, dancing on the field. You better believe that Jeff Collins and Georgia Tech will love nothing but to come into Miami after Miami just beat Virginia and to beat those boys. So my question is, can Manny Diaz and his coaching staff get this team to come out with the killer instinct against lower competition? Because we know what happens when it's a primetime game, when it's all eyes on them, like it was against Virginia. We were bringing out new jerseys. It was Friday night, going against the preseason pick to win the Coastal. Bryce Perkins and the boys. Our team, the boys, they showed out. But can we get these guys to have the same focus and energy and killer instinct going up against this Georgia Tech team? Listen, I don't think much of this Georgia Tech team, but I'll tell you this. Coach Collins, I have a lot of respect for what he's done, and he will have this team ready to, if we come out sloppy, unprepared, lackadaisical, he will have his team ready to win the Super Bowl, basically, like a lot of these teams think. All right, so question number 3 is, what will the red zone offense look like? Now, I don't have the stats right in front of me, but just off memory, I can know that we had questionable calls inside the red zone. And this is dating back to the Virginia Tech game. Come on, take a seat, grab some popcorn, and let's revisit memory lane. N'Kosi Perry throws the ball deep to Brevin Jordan. Everybody's hyped. We get inside the 6-yard line, and then we proceed to pass the ball 4 times in a row, ending with a interception. And it just starting there, and then this game against Virginia, we're running a tight end, reverse tight end jet sweep to Brevin Jordan. We don't want to give the ball to DJ. Listen, man. I know our offensive line is our weak point. I know that. But it seems as when we get inside the red zone, a team can better defend our wide receivers, because basically our speed is negated because you're in such a tight space. So we've got to be able to look teams in the eye and at least let them know we're going to try to run the ball on them. Now, in his presser, Dan Enos did say, hey, we tried to run the ball. It just didn't work. He sounded very perturbed. My boy sounded very perturbed during the interview. But bottom line is we haven't been good in the red zone. And in a situation where we have kicking issues that could be possibly fixed with our guy Turner Davison, we're going to be going for it on 4th downs and things of that nature. We've got to be able to pound the ball in, because if a team can just defend for the pass, like I feel like in these other situations they're going to have to, we're going to have to switch something up. Now, that's just not on Enos. That's going to be on the players too, execution-wise. Running the right route, making a catch that hits your fingertips. Offensive line is going to have to have a mean streak and actually bulldoze people. So it's not all on Enos, but I really want to see against a Georgia Tech team who, once again, this scares me every time I say this. We know they aren't that good. Can we fine tune some things? Can we be as good as we are, win this game while improving? Because ultimately that's what we have to do throughout this season, is keep improving. Can we improve on red down efficiency and get in the end zone when we need to? That's what we need to know. So you really want to look at these questions. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? That is going to be the big question. Who will Miami cover the spread? Will they come out and play to their competition? Will we see Miami versus Florida, Miami versus Virginia? Or will we see the Miami versus Central Michigan, Miami versus North Carolina versus Virginia Tech? Which team will we see? I think we're on the uptick. I think that win versus Virginia can be a springboard for the rest of the season. But talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. That's why everybody does it, because it doesn't cost you anything. Actually going out there and executing plays, actually going out there and out-coaching your opponent, that takes time, work ethic, and that's what our Canes need to do. And question number 3 is, will we be able to improve on the red down efficiency? Those are my 3 questions. What are yours? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know who you think should be the starting quarterback, and any more questions you have about this team going into the Georgia Tech game. Man, that's all I got for you guys. I'm out. Much love. And as always, if you're rocking with the U, then you know what to do. Peace. No more defeats.